You get 2 minutes to ease in there with the,
Doesn't mean
the
a thing.
blackout. But Gong Show, boy, if they don't like the way you look, it's over.
I did the Gong Show 10 years ago, about
No, it's
2009.
going on.
How's it going? Okay, everyone? I did the
Hi,
Gong Show
John.
in 2009 and I won it. And the guy who came last,
No fucking look at where you are, Dom.
and yeah, exactly. The guy who came last was Nick Helm.
Nice.
So it shows you anything you need to know about Gong Show. It works for
Nice.
certain type of comedy, but
Well
Yeah,
done.
the Gong
I love
Show's
you
not
too,
a
Dom,
true
but I love
reflection
Nick
of
Helm.
comedy.
exactly.
I'll tell you what, Don won it, and that says it all. That if you win it, you're the
Don's
badass.
quality.
Good. Well, thankfully, this is not a Gong Show tonight. So that's a good thing.
Let's put the cards up now. Come on.
Anna, it might be a Gong Show. Depends how much Brooke is drunk.
Yeah.
I'm not much. I'm not much. One beer.
Good.
I never really know what to expect from these online gigs. But with the great thing is that we can go on live, which we are live at the moment. So welcome to Frenzy, anyone who's watching on the outside. I was just thinking the other day, it's like, so yeah, just anyone who hasn't seen Frenzy, it's in the name, chaos, anything could happen. It is a comedy show, supposedly online, but with great acts. It's going to be really fun tonight. We have 3 really cool acts, a nice intimate night. I was thinking the other day how many online gigs we've done over the last sort of the year, and I literally I've just stopped counting. I haven't really counted, and I can imagine it's a bit like Boris. Really, he probably has stopped counting how many lies he's been saying, hasn't it? Second nature to him. Yeah, I mean, I was really, I was hoping tonight I would have a lot more to talk about, because you know what, this is what we've been waiting for the last year, to get out of houses, to do stuff, to go around, meet friends, have that human contact with people. Well, you know what, for the first couple of days, I was like, this is great. Going into rush hour a little bit, someone barging his shoulder, saying, oops, sorry. I was like, oh, human contact, hello. After a couple of days, I was like, fuck off. Get out of my way,
No.
you know? Get out of my way. I mean, guys, in rush hour, social distancing. Where's social distancing? Suddenly, I really want to abide by the rules, which I haven't done most through lockdown, and now I'm like, guys. So that human contact appreciation hasn't really lasted that long. But it's been nice to go out and wear some clothes. I mean, go out and wear my winter clothes. What's going on with this? Winter. I haven't actually been to a pub. Has anyone been to a pub yet? Someone?
Yeah.
One.
Really? One, nice. How has it been? Has it been all right?
Right.
Expensive.
Clearly expensive. Yeah, clearly I'm not missing that much. So I'm just waiting till it sort of I can go back inside. But go not inside the house, but inside a pub, just to avoid the rain. But I just thought a lot of things might have changed coming out of lockdown. But actually not much has changed recently in many ways for myself. I thought, I don't know about you guys, I thought going through lockdown, the time that we've had, I've had so much time to watch myself age. But no, guys, still getting arthritis. So this is something. Had a couple of people today randomly ask me, do I speak English? Yep. So, that hasn't changed much because that was happening before. Before the pandemic, I used to talk about having a city gremlin that lived inside me. It went dormant for a while. It did, thanks to Boris. It was a very quiet city gremlin. I'm not pregnant. It's just a gremlin. And it's come back. with vengeance. With vengeance. Charlene's looking worried. My feminine. It's a thing. It's defensive. It's cynical. I'll go on the tube and I'll see someone smiling and I'll think, why the fuck are you happy? Now I go on the tube and I don't give a shit because I can't see anyone smiling anymore because everyone's wearing masks. This is nice. I did say I don't have that much to talk about this week because you know what? I'm still waiting for shit to open. You know what? I think what we should do, I would love to do, is introduce our first act. Do you want to see how we in the Zoom room? How is everyone? It's nice to see Mark Emmanuel's looking very cool. Like the high split. I like that. Let's keep that clap going. Let's really warm up. Ben Harrington.
Woo.
Yeah. Hello. Hang on. Yeah. Hello. Have you voted?
Hello.
Have you voted?
Yeah.
Good. If you haven't, you've got time after this to go out and not vote Conservative.
Hey.
I just part political broadcaster. My backdrop, which many of you will already know, is now beginning to resemble the front row of my teeth. Look at that. Eh? The life imitating art.
That's very good.
Anyway, so there we go. Things are getting better on this week. I'm thinking about holidays. Right? I'm thinking about booking a holiday. I've got 3 kids, right? And going on holiday is a bit like losing your virginity. You look forward to it for ages, and when it actually fucking happens, it's horrendous. Makes the right mess. You constantly apologize. It's that sort of thing. It's awful. We have this thing. We like to go camping in Europe. Middle class camping in Europe. camping a couple of years ago, and long drive. The first day, I had my kids running up to me going, "We want to buy a crocodile. We want to buy a crocodile. We want to." What the fuck are you talking about? I brought you to a different cultural experience. What do you mean you want? And my wife's like, "Oh." She's just taken them to the camp shop. I don't mean, oh, hello, Bummer. And they'd seen and they, so I went along. She said, just buy it for them. So I went in and the guy runs the shop and, English, looking for crocodile, no doubt. I picked this thing up, €45. 45, I'm like, gee, when I go on holiday, and if you do this, I budget every day, €75 a day is my budget. 75. It hasn't worked it didn't work before we had kids, but that is my daily budget. I'm not spending that. Just get it, because otherwise they'll be going on and on all fucking day. So I gave the man the money, and he clearly made a fortune off English people buying inflatable crocodiles. And then he said to me a sentence which I've never quite worked out. It was one of those sentences that starts very well and ends very badly. He said, "For you, a crocodile, I can fully inflate, but you will not be able to get it out of the door." The fuck am I meant to do with that, for Christ's sake? I'm not going to leave it in the shop and come and visit it. Like some kind of pen pal arrangement. So my wife came up with a genius idea. She said, well, I know what we should do. Why don't we sort of semi-inflate it, and then we'll be able to move it out? Now, I thought that was a good idea, right? So I'm walking around. If you want to see what's more ridiculous than a Brit walking around a campsite with a fully inflated crocodile, it's a Brit walking around a campsite with a semi-inflated, flapping all over the fucking place. My wife's walking a few paces behind me, like Prince Philip, ripping the piss, just walking along going, look at him. She said to one person, oh, it happens to a lot of men his age. She's just absolutely fucking loving it. Dick joke. We got back to the camp where our caravan was, and now it's a fully inflate. The only way I could fully inflate this crocodile was to blow it up. You know, sometimes when you take out the stopper of something that's inflated, a smell sort of, fucking hell. I don't know what the guy in the shop had been doing with his inflation device. But whatever he'd been doing it in close proximity to either his or someone else's arsehole. It was absolute. Day one, I'm sat there in the full sun, straggling. This is what I mean about the virginity bit. Anyway, I blew the thing up, and at last, and then we go to the pool. So carrying this bloody great big crocodile along into the pool. Get to the pool. I went to my three kids. All right, who wants to go on it first? And they went, oh, their mother. They just fucking went off to the slide. Anyway, so I did this thing before going on a holiday. Wherever I go, I always have a little trip to the supermarket a few days before to buy some fashionable garments. Yeah, I always do it. So I went to Tesco's a couple of days before. And some shorts, right? These two pairs of shorts from £40 reduced to 10, buy one, get one free. Now, most people have gone, no one wants to buy that shit. I went, bargain. So I had these great big fucking Bermuda shorts on. I'm walking along, carrying a crocodile. I also knew that the road from our caravan to where the pool was involved some tarmac, so it required stout footwear. So I had a pair of trainers on and white socks. I was a Brit. I'm stood there holding this alligator, this crocodile. All of a sudden, the whistle blows. I look up and this bloke goes, you, lifeguard, you there, English, you. I'm thinking,
what nationality is this person?
Coming onto this, Brooke. Stop interrupting. It's a generic foreign accent, okay? Just to get you in there. I'm not an actor, all right? It's a generic. You there with the alligator. What the fuck's he talking to? You, my kids are like, it's you, Dad. Do you know the first thing I said was, it's not an alligator, it's a crocodile. He said, what are you doing with those stupid shots? And I was like, I just bought them. I just bought them. It turns out, right, basically most European guys, like French, Italian, Greek, pick an accent from there, Brooke. They wear, when they go on holiday, they wear a pair of Speedos, normally black. And because they've got a nice tan and a lithe body, they can just walk around. They might
noticed.
Flip-flop for the evening, but that is pretty much what they wear for 2 weeks, walking along. And our wives or our partners, whoever it may be, look at them and go, why can't you look like that? And they telepathically go to our wives, one night with me would be more passionate than 20 years with him. That's what they do. And my wife's going, yeah, but he's quite good with no British woman, no foreign woman, no European woman has ever run off with a British bloke on holiday. None of them have ever gone, oh, I like the look, never mind these nice tanning, I like that fat bloke over there with a red face. That's just who's ever fucking done it in the history. Oh, Jar, I really want someone that got really drunk last night and has got a tan line right on the size of their massive beer belly. No one has ever done it. It turns out that you can't wear these shorts in the pool because you might drown. I don't think anyone's ever done that. So what did I have to do? I had to go and buy a pair of swim shorts. And where do I have to go and buy them from? The fucking camp shop, didn't I? And we're back in the camp shop and the guy goes, oh, English. Yes. Come for swim shorts, baby? 30 euro. That's my daily budget. 30 fucking euros. It's my daily budget.
75, yeah. 45 plus 30.
That is true. These are the swim shorts. Yeah? And this is the fucking crocodile, okay? So I mentioned I'd go on. My kids, I've got 3 kids, and lockdown's been weird for everyone, and you know, it's been particularly hard for children, I think, because I haven't been able to go out as much. But my kids, you know, they're beautiful kids, they're intelligent, you know, they're well-rounded kids. You know, I'm very... to be fair, they're lucky, aren't they, really? I mean, it hasn't happened by chance. They're the fucking lucky ones. This can be completely honest. That got nothing. I thought that was going to get a... but I can, you know, most of the time they're lovely. They're really lovely. 20% of the time, I wish they would just fuck off. No, just go. Stop calling my name. Stop asking for things. Daddy, no. Anyway, but my wife's a teacher, and so she has 30 of these. They're not even. The third. How? I don't know how she manages to cope with them. This is true. She had a thing today where a teacher put their hand out to stop someone walking into another child, and the child walked into a hand and then went, "You hit me," and then started getting all weird about it. Mama, start with it. It's gone to the hair and everything. I said the simple thing to do there is get together with a group of teachers. All hit him and then there's no way they'll believe you. Just always yeah, right, that's shit again. Anyway, I have this theory. What they should do as a teacher is, if the kid doesn't care, you don't care. You haven't done your homework, Johnny. Oh, it's fine. That's absolutely fine. Just go home, mate. To be honest, I don't care. Just go home. Anyway, they do this thing every year where they send a synopsis of what the kids are going to be like the following year. So my wife's teaches year 4, year 3 teacher sends a couple. It's like, you know, Felicity. She likes
pre-crime,
maths and English, and rides a pony on a Saturday. It's that kind of thing, right? Last year they couldn't meet them. They normally go meet them. They couldn't meet them because of COVID. And this was sent through. And this is genuinely true. I swear to God, this is true. She had this thing through. Darren has 2 behavioural issues, right? 2. Behavioural issue number 1. Darren likes to shit himself and sit in his own excrement. I swear to God, that is true. They didn't say shit. They said defecate, but I was worried some of you might think that's a type of coconut. Darren likes to and sit in his own excrement. That is a behavioural problem. Behavioural problem number 2, and I swear this is true. Darren struggles to make friends. Now, surely the 2 things are connected. Do you know what I mean? Like, I tend to generally, when my children make friends, they tend to go for kids whose pants aren't full. It's just a general rule that they've applied. It's absolutely true. Again, I thought he would get more, but my 10 minutes is up. There we are. Guys, you've been lovely. Thank you so much. Thank
Great
you.
stuff, Ben. Yeah.
Who knows? Good stuff.
Woo!
Wow, I didn't know only British people have pasty skin.
Yeah.
I didn't know I turned red.
Daniel, you do all right on the beach. He's English.
Yeah, I didn't get that part. I just thought.
I thank you, Ben. That was very cool, and I certainly not want to go on holiday where I lost my virginity. That's for sure. So thank you.
Didn't fuck the crocodile, can I just say? Just meant that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not sort of like with sort of children and kind of like it's learning from home and things like that. I saw an article and I thought it was quite cool, and it's okay, there's no children watching, so you know they can't do many ideas here. And one of the articles was basically this girl, you know, with the zoom pictures, if you're going off screen, you can actually, and I know somebody else has done this before, you can make it look like you're still watching or still there as part of the room. So this little girl, what she did, she made it look like in her class, in the Zoom class, that she was there and doing her not homework, but writing, when she was actually going off and playing, I don't know, in the garden. And when this came out, all the kids and everyone thought she was a genius. I thought it was brilliant. Amazing. So I'm just glad there's no children watching to get this idea. But damn it. That was cool. And I suppose, you know, for all those French Italians with amazing tan line, you know, those out there, they've got another lady who's going to be looking out, probably scouting for people like that. Bill Gates's now wife, is it?
Yeah.
Bill Gates now his wife. Might be out there going, oh, let's find the tan lines. That's fun. Good. That was lovely, Ben. Let's have our next act. It's gonna be 90 minutes. We've got 2 more acts. I know this is quite something. It's really nice to have here this evening. Welcome to Friendly. So let's have a nice round, warm applause for our next lovely act. She's looking very ready. If we keep that going for Charlotte.
Sorry, I wasn't ready because I'm like, what's the set? I don't know what's going on. Okay, cool. Hello. I'll start off by saying that I'm stuck in Canada. So if anybody's asking about like my groovy like ambiance filter, whatever, it's the sun. It's the sun. That's what's happening. So I'm gonna do some new material. One thing, which is going to be great, because like one thing to know is that Canada has gone back into lockdown. So that's really fun because I know UK is opening up, so I'm not jealous. I appreciate being stuck in a cave. But what I did was I took my anger and put it into a song that addressed to Justin Trudeau.
Woo!
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, here we go. There are worse things I could do than go out with a friend or two. Even though the neighborhood is so snoopy and I'm no good, I suppose that could be true, but there are worse things I could do. I could date every guy.
That would be great.
My lips and bat my eyes. I could dress up like an old lady. No, dress up old to get a vaccine that worked in Florida. It's obscene. They got one shot before the doctors knew. There are worse things I could do. I could stay home every night. Wait around for the guidelines. Wash my hands every day and eat my life away on a dream that won't come true. All I want is to see a friend. And I don't steal and I don't lie, but I need a real high five.
Yeah.
I'll sanitize. But to flout the rules in front of you, that's the worst thing I could do.
Yeah.
Hey.
Professional.
We can't.
I'm
Can't
assuming
hear you.
that has come up because I'm a professional singer and yelled at the camera for a bit. Cool. That was. I've never done that before. I don't know if that was it. Well, all right. Let's talk about other things. So I am stuck in Canada. I have been stuck in Canada for 6 months now, which is great. It's just stops snowing like a couple of weeks ago, and I love snow. I absolutely love snow, but I have hated it recently because this is what happened. Hold on. I was trying to wait. Yeah, wait. I'm gonna talk about it. You just wait. Don't you wait. Don't you worry. It's gonna happen. I had it up, but what has happened? So I've been watching a lot of true crime while I've been out here. I'm not paranoid, but who is watching this show? But I was loving the snow until like one fateful day when there was such a big blizzard, and then the snow was so big. I mean, how big was it? It was the size of a 12-year-old, which doesn't seem scary, but that's pretty high up. Anyway, so I had to like shovel the snow out for like 30 minutes, and I was digging, which is a long time because I haven't done exercise in about 5 years. And then
Lockdown hasn't been for 5 years.
has it not? Because I've been blaming it. I knew it was gonna happen though. Anyway, so. And I was digging out. Okay, so this is. I was trying to write jokes, but fuck it. This is what actually happened. So I was digging out my car, and then I was like, 30 minutes later, I'm like, okay, I finally can drive out. But what I hadn't noticed is like the stupid snow plow coming out behind, and they shovel all the snow back onto your sidewalk. So I was like driving out. I got this far into my driveway and got stuck on a bank of snow so high that I spent an hour trying to dig myself out, and then had to call a tow truck to get me out of my driveway, dig for another half an hour, and then get myself back into the driveway. That is what I did that day. And
Don't you have a boyfriend or a brother?
No, and stop. Like, why would you mention?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring it up.
I am so alone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charlene. I'm
Just
so
needle
sorry.
that in. Broke. I'm gonna call you Brocor as you like being called. No, but that's what I'm
Brocor.
saying. Okay, I think now
I upset the internet too.
Can
I'm
you hear me?
sorry.
Kill the internet,
I
bro.
has it come back?
You're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I just needed a quiet time because I was so upset.
Mhm.
Now I know why all the famous Canadians, except for Drake, is all from the West Coast with no snow. Because yes, everywhere else in Canada, we have a creative heart and we have a creative spirit, but we're spending 6 months out of the year digging snow for 23 hours of the day, and then that 1/2 hour, we're just trying to figure out what Drake is doing because he's an interesting guy. But what I'm really mad at is there
Which part, Charlene? Charlene, really quick. Which part of Canada are you in? I'm dying to know right now. Where are
it's
you?
Toronto.
Toronto.
I'm near Toronto. Yeah.
Got it.
I didn't say that. Oops. Just said Canada.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you know?
I'm sorry. I shall pay more attention.
Do you have any more questions? Like,
Just Toronto. I just needed to know because Canada's huge, and you said the West Coast, and then I thought snow, and I just had to know. Toronto.
you look unsatisfied though. Like you.
I am because I know Toronto. I've been to Toronto. Second city's in Toronto. You can drive to Toronto from
Yeah.
Chicago through Detroit and Windsor. I know Toronto.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna do this thing
Drake's
now,
from
and then
Toronto.
we'll just chat after.
Do it. Sorry.
Cool. What I was gonna say is, Frenzy. There is. Oh yeah, this is my thing. So there's like 20 billion Christmas movies that come out every second. I checked, and I've probably seen all of them. And what I don't understand is there's always like two white people falling in love in the snow in a cottage, and like Vanessa Hudgens for some reason has to run off and save Belgravia. I don't know, but where is that scene where they have to dig out their car for half an hour because they all live snowy countries and they can't get anywhere? I don't understand why it's not more represented on TV. It's like, show me my experience. I don't understand what you're showing me, Emmanuel.
Charlene's single. She's single, everybody.
Okay. Anyway, that is it. Also, in those movies, women never wear coats or wear very thin coats, which makes me angry because, like, you would be a popsicle and you would die. But that is my thoughts on it. And the thing is, my parents were really helping me like dig all this snow out. And my parents are from like the backwaters or from Bangladesh, so they should be like doing some sort of rain dance instead of like being 1914 trench diggers. But that's what they've become. They're just really good at shoveling snow. And what freaks me out is that, so I was angry that I was doing this, but then I realized like everybody around me in the same block were like shoveling snow in synchronicity because we're all doing it at the same time. And then I realized like everybody in Canada, in my street and across Canada, are shoveling snow that is about 6 feet wide and deep 6 months of the year. And how many murders are there in Canada? Because there's like, I'm just saying, there's a lot of grave diggers, like professional grave diggers here, and I just like, we know how, and like what is a serial killer? It's no, yeah. This is what I wrote one joke. What is a serial killer? Usually they're white, nice, and keeps to themselves. That's the Canadian geopolitical brand. Like the UK is passive aggressive biscuit eaters. I looked it up, and there's 627 murders in Canada, but 80,000 missing people. I think 40 of them are probably underneath my grandma's potted plants. Anyway, I think I'm out of time. That was a frenzied. Okay, I will hand over.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, fantastic. All right, boys. For a moment, that was cool. For a moment, I did think we were going into question time.
Just, I can't, you know, I'm like that nervous audience member that needs to know the who, what, and where. You know, and I was getting the what, I was getting the who and the what, but I needed to know it was in Toronto.
And what I was trying to point out was Drake's from Toronto.
Is Drake from Toronto? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the clue. That was the clue that Emmanuel got that I didn't. If I knew Drake was from Toronto, I would have known you were talking about that you were from Toronto.
Oh, I always forgot to mention that Drake's from Toronto.
But
That's a lot of things.
where is Ronto? Everyone's going on about going Toronto. Don't understand it. Well,
I can't help you there.
Toronto.
Google search. There it is.
It's making me want to kind of go there. I think it's kind of selling it. I mean, it could go on a brochure once everything opens up. With the snow, I love snow. Snow's great. Do you know what I would do, Shah, man? I mean, sorry that you're in lockdown. That's really shit. But I mean, you've snow. If you're single, go out and just make some snowmen. You know, that's what I would do. Have a whole orgy of
Someone to
snowmen
talk
around.
to.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean that's that marked a bit like hello. I don't have a thing for snow.
Use a big carrot.
Yeah.
Just drawing cock and balls in the snow.
Yeah. That wouldn't scare the neighbours. Do you have neighbours?
Not anymore.
And I suppose that you could sort of say that where that phrase "dig yourself a hole." Anyway, that was not a. Anyway, I don't know. This is great. We're doing great, guys. Has anyone now that with lockdown? I mean, I don't know, Charlotte, what you do to keep yourself busy and things. I mean, YouTube is a massive thing that's coming on. It's great that everyone's going on there. I've started like doing a few YouTube things, and it's nice to know that Kate and William have started their own YouTube channel, The Royals. Ooh, no, for fuck's sake, you know what? Us ordinary people, we want to express, show us a bit of our lives, and they go on and have, you know, their channel and show their day, just what a normal day is like, playing archery and flying in helicopters. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean? You know, let's just have our own. Totally envious there, but it's okay because the royals are doing their thing. Meghan, she's not a royal though. She tries to be. You know, she doesn't really have that name. Meghan's written a book. I don't know why I'm saying this, but she's written a children's book. Good for her. And it's about basically the relationship between a father and a son. Yes, that's right. Between a father and son. So her little baby Archie, who probably doesn't even know how to speak yet, and the relationship between the father, like any other pretty much baby and thing. So that's a nice story thing. And I don't know what really is going to. It made me think. What would I write as a children's book? What would I write about? I think I would write about children, kids. Never trust a man. Puppy hair, a big belly, stutters, and constantly fucking lies. That's right.
Don't trust boards, kids.
Don't trust boards. That would be it. Big, bad, blonde. Whoa. Pardon?
I thought you meant Santa Claus. Oh, yeah.
But, Santa Claus is a lot hotter. I know, that's saying something. So, cool. So anyway, that's a little rant. This is really nice intimate evening. I'm really glad to have our next act. Really happy to have him back. It's great to see him. Always a pleasure. Let's have a nice warm round of applause in the Zoom room for our next act. And friend Don Bisworth.
Yes. Woo.
How's it going, everyone?
Good.
Before I start, can we have a round of applause for Anna, please?
Yes.
I received some bad news today. I found out my best mate at school is a convicted serial killer, and his family are really disappointed that he hasn't got his own Netflix documentary yet. So sad, aren't they? So sad. Bill Gates. Bill Gates is getting divorced. He's looking for a lawyer at the moment online. It's taking him ages because Windows 10 is still updating on his fucking laptop. I've got a 3-year-old niece, and I was staggered to find out when my sister, my brother-in-law, told me the childcare costs. So if anyone's struggling for a job after lockdown, I suggest looking after children can be a lucrative career option, whether it's a nursery teacher or Speaker of the House. If I've got a slight weird stage presence, I'm slightly autistic. I should mention that. I've got a mild form of Asperger's syndrome. Mild meaning I'm not Rain Man. I'm more Drizzle Boy. Which sounds like the worst superhero ever. Here's the weird thing. I come from an Indian family. I've got dyspraxia as well, which among other things affects my organisation skills. Therefore, I have a habit of turning up late for events. Now, here's the weird thing. My traditional Indian parents want me to find love, but they want me to go down to the traditional Indian route. And as I said, I've got dyspraxia, which means I have a habit of turning up very late for events, organisational difficulties. So at best, I can offer my proud Indian parents is a rearranged marriage.
Brilliant.
Reschedule.
I'm a political comedian as well. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist as well. For ages, it took me ages to tell people I was a conspiracy theorist. I thought they'll judge me. So much so that once I converted to Sikhism just so I can hide my tinfoil hat underneath my turban. So some people say that, Don, you're one of those conspiracy theories who just watches one video on YouTube and that's it. And that's where you get your conspiracy from. That's all the research you do. And no, I don't. I fucking don't do that. What I do is I watch a video on YouTube and I make sure I do an absolute thorough investigation afterwards by watching a video on Vimeo as well. Maybe Daily Motion, so I don't know. If I'm bored, you porn. So. I mean, conspiracies people is about watching people getting fucked, so I might as well watch porn anyway. So, what else can I tell you about myself? It's weird times at the pandemic at the moment. I went on an anti-lockdown march the other day. Obviously, I didn't want anyone to know, so I wore face covering. So I should say anti-mask march. By the way, I've been doing comedy for 14 years now, and when I first started, I managed to get an agent. And I'm not bragging, but my agent told me I was going to be an overnight success. And 14 years later, it turns out he's an insomniac. A bastard. I've got an agent at the moment, guaranteed 70 quid a week. Sounds better than a job centre. So it's weird. I don't trust the figures on COVID. That's all I'm saying. Did you know in Britain, in the year 2000, the death rate was higher than 2020 at 10.4 per thousand per population compared to 10.3 per thousand population? Any excess death rates during the lockdown, according to Dr. Mike Yeardon, have been to missed operations like cancer treatments. By the way, there's no punchline to this, but fuck it, I don't give a shit. I don't really care. I really don't. In fact, after this gig, I'm going to phone up the Office of National Statistics and ask them to record my gig at Frenzy Comedy as an excess death. I've I'm like Canada. I heard has gone a third wave or a third lockdown. I think, but I think we should just keep going on. I mean, what's the point of having lockdowns? This has got, it's killed less than 1% of the population. I want to say something about India, but there's no joke here. But all I can say about India is that in India, my parents' homeland, 27,000 people die every day of diseases such as TB and stuff. Are the media actually telling us the right things? I mean, it's fucking hard, man, to look at information. That's why I want to stop using Google. One of the reasons why I stopped using Google, because they silence everything questioning the lockdown. That's why I stopped using Google. Another reason why I stopped using Google is because my next door neighbor has changed their Wi-Fi password. Basically, I think you should do your own research. That's why I stopped using all the big media platforms who try and silence alternative viewpoints. For example, one of the reasons why I stopped using Netflix is because they're silencing an alternative viewpoint. Another reason why I'm stopped using Netflix is because it's come to the end of my 30-day free subscription. How many more I've got?
The right reason and the real reason.
Yeah, fucking expensive in lockdown. Netflix is £10, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Apple TV. Man, fucking it. So, what shall I leave with this? I'll leave with this. I suffer from depression. Did you know Britain is the 6th richest economy in the world, and yet we don't invest enough in talking therapies? Currently, there's a huge waiting list for free counselling on our National Health Service. On a side note, I'm not even a comedian. I'm not. I'm just a depressed person who's realised it's quicker to talk to someone by becoming a stand-up.
Yeah. It's all of us. Well done, Darren.
Exactly. And I've been done business. Thank you.
Yeah.
Brilliant, sir. Magnificent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Netflix. Oh gosh. Novelty when I first got Netflix. A bit like, train rush hour for 2 days and then hating it after that. Netflix, I don't know what the hell, man. I mean, obviously we know that there haven't been a lot of films coming out, but we need some new films on Netflix. We do. And I don't know if you noticed this when they, I don't know, maybe I'm just going crazy. But there's a thing where it says, it's as if like a new film has come out and it's like sort of premieres at the top. Oh, this is different. I'm going to click on it. And then I realize I've watched it again. And it's just like, you know what I mean? There's no funniness here, but Netflix, guys, bring back Netflix. I like shit on Netflix. That was fun. Organization skills. Tell me about it. Going back into the real world, trying to organize ourselves. It's crazy, isn't it? I actually felt like I was doing more through lockdown than I am now. I don't know about you guys, but with alarm clocks now, I just have one alarm clock. It's pretty simple. One alarm clock to get me up in the morning. That's right. Pre-lockdown, I had about 6 maybe alarm clocks, to get me up. Because I just kept falling asleep in the day, It was like, so another one I'll just do, to mind me to eat. Anyway, kids, that's fun. It's been a really fun, intimate night. It's lovely to have Charlene on Francis joining, and thank you for our audience as well, friends as well, for joining. Harrington,
Mark, Don, Charlotte, it's good.
Crocodile. Yes, there he is, the crocodile. Does he have a name? Does he?
He doesn't, but my son wrote his name on the back. It's rather possessive. My son's called Alex. So his name's not Alex, but we've all got tattoos we don't want, haven't we? So there we are.
It's really weird to say that tattoos we still have, but we'll go off lights in a minute, just in case. What is this crazy thing that kids are now, the people are buying these tattoo, the tattoo pens can actually do your own tattoos, and somebody for 30 days or something ridiculous did a tattoo every single day, and now he has tattooed everywhere. Why are they selling this crap? And I'm not saying tattoos are bad. I've got tattoos, but
Yeah,
That's why you have them
wanna,
behind.
you want to have a think about it, don't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Now it's yeah, and that's why I have them behind me, because in my world, I don't have any tattoos. But, you know,
when I grew up, I liked 5 Star and Michael Jackson. Imagine having those tattoos now. I mean, it'd be horrendous, wouldn't it? So it's all a balance.
Ben, you know that bit
nuts,
you
isn't
talked
it?
of. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, go for it. Sorry.
You know that bit you said about the guy shitting his pants?
Mm.
You can say, luckily they were from Tesco's, £10 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah. That's a true story. That's a true story.
Someone shat their pants. Jesus.
Yeah.
Was that a file? Was that a teacher file? Was that a
Teacher file? Yeah.
All right. So the name, the name.
Himself, and then the second one is he's not really going to make him friends.
It's okay though. The poor kid's shitting himself. I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
class as well.
huh?
Anyway.
Sorry.
What's that? Did Garrett? What was the last thing that was said? Who said it?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just like, when talking about shitting, I was like, come on guys, we shouldn't really be like R-ing. We've been used to it. Been doing free lockdown, haven't we? Everyone's been shitting everywhere, haven't they? Left, right, and centre. Parks. Was it just me? Anyway,
Call it, Anna.
It's like Las Vegas. It's a load of craps.
Hey.
Yeah, but when I look down into the pan, I always go red or black. Depends on what I've eaten. So
Craps. Playing the craps.
Yeah.
Cool. Emmanuel's kind of got his cool lighting somehow, so that's nice. Very chilled out. Guys, let's give another round of applause to our acts, and then we're going to go off live. Thank you for watching the act.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Woo!
Next,